What's going on? Just want to talk to y'all about the NFL and how it's scripted. It's not rigged, it's scripted. A lot of people say it's rigged. You know, it might be rigged if the script is going off script to where the ref got to throw flags or whatever the case may be. But it's not rigged, it's scripted. Meaning they already knew that the Packers were going to win. And it's looking like it's scripted for my favorite team. So before anybody on YouTube, well, YouTube usually knows the truth, but Facebook don't. Facebook be the one where people will troll and say that it's not and this and that because, you know, they like sheep. Not everybody, but, you know, when it comes to sports, every man is a sheep. He doesn't believe that it's scripted. He doesn't believe how can they script something like this. It's simple. Throw 3 interceptions and miss 2 field goals. You know, have magnetic balls and goalposts and shit like this. But whatever, man. Believe what you want. I know the truth. And the truth shall set you free. And I'm trying to set people free by telling them the truth. How does the truth set them free? Because when a game, you know, team loses or something, you don't get in your feelings and you don't get emotional and feel beat down and all this other shit. That's how. See, I know the truth. That's why I stopped watching the game when Miami was up 20-10. I was like, there's no way they're going to let the Dolphins win that game because the Dolphins don't need to win the game, but the Packers do. Why do the Packers do? Because they got to make sure that Brady and Rodgers get in the playoffs. You really thought, I said this way back when Packers was 4-8 or whatever. You really thought that they would leave Brady and Rodgers out the playoffs. Remember, the NFL is a product, and you got to have your best product out there to keep the fans intrigued and entertained and all this and all that. So there's Brady or Rodgers will miss the playoffs because they're one of the biggest names, and again, it's product. Will they win the Super Bowl? Probably not. I mean, if they do and y'all still think it's not scripted, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I already made a video on Brady will probably win again. They'll probably make it look like he took a team that was nobody and they went to the Super Bowl, blah, 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 whatever. And it looked, like I say, you could say I'm reaching. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all men, you can say I'm reaching. But remember, my team is the hottest team in the league. And I'm still saying, as a 49er fan right now, that it's scripted. Even though my team is the hottest team in the league, I'm still saying right here, right now, that it's still scripted. It don't matter. It's just entertainment. That's all it is. That's all it is. So don't get mad at the Miami Dolphin quarterback and don't get in your feelings and this and that. The Dolphins might still make the playoffs. You know what I mean? They might still, the NFL still might throw them in there. Because again, the Dolphins could throw this game away and still, they got to get Rodgers in there. So next week, if you willing to bet a lot of money, the Packers are going to be the underdog to the Vikings. And I'm telling you right now. Well, I don't want nobody to come back and say you was wrong and this and that. But if I had money to, if Ohio let people bet, I would probably put like $1,000 on Packers to beat the Vikings next week. Because the Vikings, and that's going to move the 49ers to number 2. I think it's scripted for the 49ers, to be honest, or the Bengals. That's what I believe. You know, it's possible that they could make Brady look like this superhuman by making his team look like garbage and make him win the 8th ring. But I don't think so. I think it's us, the 49ers, or the Bengals. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but I know for sure they're not going to not let Rodgers or Brady in the playoffs. It's not happening. I said this when the Packers was 4-8. I said it when they was 4-8, dog. They not going to do that because they're too big of a face for the league. It's a product. It's got to sell. It's got to keep people entertained, man. Got to. So, and I would like to say this. The Dolphins lost today and they still could make the playoffs. If the Packers would have lost, Rodgers wouldn't have made the playoffs. The NFL know what they doing. They got this shit calculated and all this shit. You know, all this. Dolphin, man, if you got money and you can bet, and if I was you, the Vikings will be a favorite. You're going to make money off that game. I'm telling you, the Packers are not going to lose. I'd be absolutely shocked if they don't let Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs or Brady. All of y'all talking about the Saints and the Falcons and the Panthers. Ooh, they can get in the playoffs if they win out. They're not gonna let Brady miss the fucking playoffs, bro. It's not gonna fucking happen. I was shocked when they allowed LeBron to miss the playoffs. It's not gonna happen, bro. I would be absolutely shocked. I would be absolutely shocked if they don't let Rodgers or Brady in the playoffs. You know, the reason why the truth sets you free when it comes to the world and life, and sports correspond with this, is because when you know the truth, you don't get in your feelings, you don't throw TVs out the window and shit like this. So how does that correspond to life? You know, sometimes they fake cop killings with black people and the white cop and whatever to make us fight and all that. But if you know the truth, you examine it first. Like, wait a minute, let me see if this is really real first before I get in my feelings and say, oh, look, they let the white cop kill the black guy again, all in your feelings and shit. This is what they do, man. And unfortunately, y'all just don't see it, man. Some of y'all do, but some of y'all don't. And that's why you're not free. The Bible say the truth sets you free. So when you know the truth and the ways of the so-called elite Illuminati, then a lot of things don't bother you. Oh, such and such died, Nipsey died, but it looks like a doll. It looks like a rubber doll, you know, with rubber legs. Oh, Nipsey's dead. I'm going to go cry. I'm so sad. Why don't they show the coffin? Why is it always a closed casket? You know, it's the same with the sports. You know, Nipsey, who else? A lot of these people, man, probably Dolph too. Probably a lot of them ain't dead, man. And I hate to sound like I'm crazy or some shit, man. But this is what these people do, especially if you look at the numbers and the numerology and it lines up perfectly. Like Master P, 29. The daughter dies on the 29th day. Master P's birthday, the 29th. Like, come on, man. You can't have all these coincidences and say, oh, it's not true. Cam Newton, Super Bowl 50. Black Panthers, Super Bowl 50. Huey Newton, leader of the Black Panthers. Cam Newton, leader of the Black Panthers. Super Bowl 50, 50th anniversary Black Panthers. Come on, man. I'm not buying that shit, man. The shit don't make sense. But I know this. When we're allowed to bet in Ohio legally, I'm going to learn that numerology. And I'm going to probably make a whole lot of money. Because it's scripted by numbers. That's just what it is. So y'all can believe what y'all want. I'm not here to say anything to convince you any differently. I'm just here to put out the truth. Either you believe it or you don't. I don't know what to tell you, but I knew this. I started watching that game at halftime, found other things to do. Because I knew the Dolphins wasn't going to win that. For one, they didn't need to win it. And I see Andrew. Andrew already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Ain't letting Rodgers miss that damn playoffs. Hey, Andrew, if you smart, man, when we allow to bet in Ohio, make your money, dog. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make money off the elite. Fuck them. They make money off everybody else. I'm going to learn that numerology shit, and I'm going to pick underdogs and use money that I could throw away, that I don't have to worry about, and make money that way. But, yeah, Rodgers going to the playoffs. Brady going to the playoffs. Is it scripted for the 49ers? I don't fucking know. It might be. It'd be nice. I don't give a fuck if it's fake or not. I want to see my team win. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people like to say that you say it's scripted because your team lost. Right now, my team is the hottest team in the league. And I'm still saying live and direct right now that it's still scripted. It's still scripted. And my team winning. My team the best team. And I'm hoping it's scripted for them or the Bengals. The former NFL player died during Saturday. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure what that is. You think they really die, or you think they send them off? What do they do, man? That's what I don't know this. Like, do they really kill motherfuckers, or do motherfuckers just live the rest of their life as a different person, or what? But the numbers line up. So I don't know if somebody's sent out to kill people, or people actually fake their death. But the numbers don't lie. You can't have no coincidence like that. That's where Christmas comes from. Yeah, I don't have a problem with Christmas. I know what it is. I already know. That's why I'm not like, got trees up and shit. I think Jeremiah 11 or some shit. The person takes an axe out the woods and cuts down a tree or some shit and decorates it in his house or something like that. So I already know about Christmas for real. They did animal human sacrifices. Mm. You already know about Christmas, man. You know, but I don't want to be rude to other people. Like, man, I don't celebrate Christmas, whatever. You know, I buy a person a present. They want to buy me a present, fine. But I know the truth behind that, too. The truth sets you free. Again, you know what I mean? It's not Jesus' birthday or whoever you want to call him. Jesus, whatever his real name is not his damn birthday. So what the hell are we celebrating? Thanksgiving, killing Native Americans. What the hell are we celebrating? You know what I'm saying? It's just sad. And like I'm going to get back to the other shit. A lot of those cop killings with the black person and the white cop and shit has been proven to be fake. And a lot of people are going to say I'm reaching or this or that. I'm not saying it don't happen. I'm not saying it don't happen, but when it's a worldwide thing, that's when you probably know it's staged. You know what I mean? Like, say somebody last night I hate to say it, but somebody last night somewhere in the world got killed by a cop and you didn't hear shit about it. But when you hear the main story, like, oh, such and such killed the black guy, you know it's some bullshit. Because every day this shit happens and you don't hear about it. Why is it only a certain Trayvon Martin or something like that? These things have been proven to be some bullshit, man, that make y'all fight against each other. But if you know the truth, see, I don't have to hate Andrew or I don't have to hate Brandy or whatever, because I know the elite are the ones that are making it look like, oh, yeah, the cop killed the black guy. And all it does is make certain groups of people think that, oh, well, we're good and shut up, stop being mad at me and they killed us too. And then it makes the other group of people hate these group of people because they feel like, well, you're not listening to me, you don't care and all this. That's what they do, man. That's all they do is cause confusion and drama. But if you know the truth, they can't pull that off on you. And if Denver wins all 3 NFL teams, and if Denver wins all 3 NFL teams win who had players. Oh, shit. So the Steelers had one that lost. And, oh, shit. So you're saying like a sacrifice for the team, not just an Aaron Rodgers thing. Well, shit. Like I said, hey, when they allowed us to bet in Ohio, I'm telling you, I'm on that shit. That might be my retirement right there, for sure, for sure. Retire early as fuck. It's crazy, man. They be sacrificing motherfuckers. Motherfuckers don't believe. They think you crazy, bro. I know you not crazy. I listen to a lot of your shit, man. I know what you're talking about. So when you hear me talk about the football, like as a fan, I'm just entertainment-wise, like it's wrestling or something. I know the truth. But I'm like, yeah, if such and such, the Vikings are going to win or the 49ers are the hottest team or whatever. I argue with Willie Flight all the time. He backpedaled. He's like, yeah, you're right, dog. It might be rigged. And then he backpedaled. Now when I come on his post, he said I'm trolling and shit. Whatever, bro. Believe what you want, man. You better make some of this money is what you better do. You better realize that these sports are scripted. And if you can learn the numerology and shit like that, man, you can't lose, man. You can't lose. But it's sad, you know, if they are sacrificing people. But I'm going to look into that. You said Denver winning, right? You said Denver lost a player too. And I'm going to bring that shit up. Matter of fact, since this is going on YouTube, my Facebook friend Andrew said that 3 people were sacrificed. And he's saying that if Denver wins, then all 3 teams who had someone sacrificed wins. So that's the Steelers and that's the Packers. And let's see who they play again. Who Denver play? Forget who they play. But I picked them on my little work script. But we're going to find out. That's some crazy shit right there. You just kind of taught me some shit. But yeah. They going to win that. They should. I mean, hey, more than likely they're going to because what you just said. And that shit makes a lot of sense. Like, damn. But that Nipsey shit, you know, people think that you're talking about somebody deaf or you like, man, you're wrong. You're saying he's not dead. People grieving. Man, the leg was a rubber leg, bro. And look at this. You pressing on the person's heart who's supposedly bleeding out the chest, but you got on white gloves and not a spot of, nothing, not a drop of blood. That don't make sense. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. How you got on white gloves and pressing on Nipsey's bleeding chest and not a drop of blood on there? That don't make sense to me, dog. And then they already showed in the background the other lady, the heavyset black lady, fake crying. Like, was that good enough? It's exposed. The Most High exposes this. Y'all just don't want to accept it. Y'all don't want to accept who rules the world and who they are and how they are. And another thing, they use racism to divide us, but them, the higher ups, are all races of people. It's not just the so-called Jewish people. It's all, they might be the head honcho, but they got all people in their regime. So, in other words, a lot of y'all think it's about race and this and that, but you don't realize a lot of the rappers are basically selling out. So if you're a black man and you don't have problems with a rapper, but you got problems with the Jews or whatever the case, and you act like the black people are they just there to just because they came from the struggle and they're just there trying to get money and this and no, they selling out, man. They music poisons your kids, man. It's the truth. You know, and that's what I have a problem with when it comes to my people. Because, you know, oh, well, the NFL is almost all black, so it can't be fake. And I'm not going to believe it's fake. I don't give a damn. Okay, whatever, man. You're only doing that because it's mainly black people in it. That don't mean that it's not fake, dog. You know what I mean? See, when it comes to my people, it's like Trump's lying and all them is lying. So-called higher ups. All the so-called higher-ups are lying, blah, blah, blah. But since the entertainment business, you know, the rap business or the sports business is full of a lot of people who look like me, it can't be real. Or, I mean, it can't be fake. It's got to be real. No, you can't think like that. That's what they want you to do. That'd be no different than a so-called white person being like, you know what, they only kill black people, man. They ain't out to get me. You know, there ain't no poison in my cereal. You know what I mean? Never that. My daughter or son could not be hanging out with their black friend and never get killed by a cop. That would never happen. You see, that's what they do. They want to rock you to sleep. You know, and if you a smart, intelligent white dude, you understand the truth. But if you're not, you're going to be like, well, they're only killing the black guys, you know. You know, and that's a bad place to be in. That's what they want, though. That's what they want. Saturday comes from Saturn worship. NFL games last Saturday. Colts were up 30. We already know about 33. When I seen that, 33-0 before Vikings came back and win. Biggest comeback ever. Last one was Frank Wright. Yep. Warren Moon. I remember that. Frank Wright with Buffalo. Who was the coach that was fired before Saturday? Was hired? Jeff Saturday. Oh, shit. It's funny how the shit just falls into place, man. And they still don't believe it. Like the names and motherfuckers probably ain't got real names half the time. They just probably fit in the script of the name and the numerology. You know what I'm saying? Boy, I don't like to talk about shit like this often, but hey, sometimes it's necessary. It's sad that, you know, I don't have a big platform like that, but it is what it is. And then I think like they put people like Kanye West and them out there to tell you the truth just to see how many people are woke. You know what I mean? So like Dwight Smith come out and blatantly say, yeah, the NFL's rigged. They make that call from Vegas, blah, blah, blah. And people will see that video and still say that it's not true. NFL Super Bowl MVP comes out and tells you that it's entertainment, and you still got blockhead dudes that ain't never touched a football in their life talking about it's not scripted. How the fuck do you figure? So what they doing is they basically putting it out there for you. Like, basically telling you. It'd be like, yeah, I'm cheating on you. And she don't believe it type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. They going to literally tell you the truth. We're going to show you the truth. Here's the truth right here. And most people are just going to laugh it off. Like, ha, that don't believe the Illuminati. Ha. It's crazy, man. Okay, whatever. It exists, man. They definitely exist. 33-0. You know that's some bullshit, man. You know that's some bullshit. You're not even coming back from 33-0 in Madden, dog. I believe Jesus was black, man. I salute you for that. I'm about 99% sure he was, too. There's like a little slight, maybe Chance he wasn't, but nah, the curses. Because, wait, I believe Jesus was a black man and was killed because he was black. He was hung, just like the slaves. And that's another thing. You know, oh, he was nailed to the cross. No, he was slew on the tree. Plain and simple. And a rich old men are still sacrificing, mainly black men by number, tied to Jesus in the Bible verses. Damn. You're probably right on that, man. Black people still selling out, though. I believe black people are the Israelites, but hey, I'm not here to argue that. You know what I mean? Because I just want the truth more than anything. You know what I'm saying? The truth will be revealed regardless. It's not my job to, fight people and this and that. But you're probably right, because every time you say Jesus is black, they'll go to another race and everything. He's every race but black. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. What the fuck? I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I don't give a fuck what color it is, to be honest, and that's the truth. Because when I didn't even think there was a black person in the Bible, I still believed in the Messiah. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is, man. So, it doesn't matter to me, but to certain people it might. It just might. And if the black people are the Israelites, the elite want to paint them as the worst people ever, because they don't want the other whole world to rally around those people. Because in the end, if they are the Israelites, they know what this means. So the less people we have rallying around these people, the better off we have a chance of defeating them, which they don't have no chance at all. But they still going to believe it because they believe in Satan. Satan's going to convince them that they can actually beat the so-called Most High, and his angels, and people who are transformed from their physical body, But hey, these people are actually going to try to go to war with the Most High, and they're going to lose. So it is what it is, man. It makes sense, though. Why not? Why if the so-called Jesus is black, that means the Israelites are black. So of course the elite going to make everybody hate these people. Look at them. They just on the street corner, and black people don't even know who they are, and that's a sad thing. That's what I be saying all the time. Once you know these truths, you look at yourself differently. Like, hold on. So even if you're a black person watching, and you say you're the Israelite, then you gotta represent yourself that way. You know what I mean? That means you gotta hold Jay-Z and them accountable. You can't. Well, he's black, so it's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay to put out rap. You can listen to it, I guess, but the kids, they don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? And nothing's going to change as long as rap's there, because the elite got control over the rap. So they're going to put out rap how they want it to be. It's basically, we want these group of people to be this. So we're going to put out shit to program to be like this. And it affects other races of people too. It ain't just affecting black people, But if you look at most black women, they're replicating the so-called bad bitch, man. And they just look down on the man. I run the man. Shut the fuck up. Unless you like that one dude that they just can't get enough of, maybe you got a shot. But other than that, they trying to run the man and shit. And it's just another curse in Deuteronomy 28 that might prove that the Israelites and Jesus is so-called black. But we say he's an Arab, but I don't see the Arabs losing their nationality. I don't see the women trying to rule over them. I don't see them on those slave boats. I don't see none of that shit. So neither with the Jews either. You know what I mean? We know what time it is, man. I would like to say one more thing too. They made the Jews made it seem like it's just the so-called the white man. He's the one that ran the whole slavery. Nah, bullshit. I mean, maybe he had a part in it. But we know who really, really owned the slave boats and all that shit. We know what time it is. And they also like to say, see, you sold your own people. And the black people, the Africans and the so-called Hebrew Israelites, who Jesus would be, are not the same. The Bible says I put a difference between the so-called Egyptians and the Israelites. They're not the same. But this is why Moses could hide amongst them, because they look the same, but they're not the same. Even Africans will tell you, you're not the same. You're not them. They tell you that. They're not saying that just because you moved to America and they think that somehow you got some type of mixture or something. No, the African people know who the fuck they really are, and they know who the fuck the so-called Negroes really are. So therefore, they know you're not their breed of people. They know this. So when people say you sold your own people anywhere into slavery, they don't know what the fuck they talking about, because the African people and the so-called Hebrew Israelites, if they are black, are not the same people. They're not. And also, I would like to add, more than likely, Israelites are also the so-called, most of the Hispanics and the Indians, you know, and that's why I don't celebrate Thanksgiving no more, because if I'm an Israelite and the Indians are Israelites, they're me. And why the fuck would I celebrate fucking Thanksgiving? Their massacre of killing, you know, makes no sense. And even if it don't matter what color the people are, why would I celebrate a massacre of killing people? That don't make sense. I would get offended if people were celebrating the Atlantic slave trade. You know, think about it. Think about it. I don't have to be Indian to, you know, well, I'm not Indian, so it don't matter. It does matter. It does matter. The meaning behind it matters. You're celebrating murder of a bunch of people. Period. I'm gonna let y'all go, man. The NFL is rigged, dog. Believe what you want. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers and Brady will be in the playoffs. Will they win the Super Bowl? I don't know. I don't know. Start looking at them numbers. You know what I mean? All I know is Cam Newton, Super Bowl 50, Black Panthers 50th anniversary. Huey Newton, leader of the Black Panthers. Cam Newton, leader of the Black Panthers, right? After that, that was it for me. I said, oh, hell nah. Hell nah. I knew it was some shit, man. Makes you wonder, what the fuck did Brady do to make him so godlike, or Jordan, or, you know what I mean? Who did Brady sacrifice? I'm not going to speak on others because I don't want to, you know, thou shalt not bear false witness, you know, but something's got to be sacrificed for people to get elevated to where they are. That's just the way it is. Or to stay where they are. Because some of them don't even know what they're dealing with yet, and then they find out, like, oh shit, I don't want no parts of this. Let me get away. Slim Thug and some of them rappers who just disappeared. That's why. Like, oh hell no, I'm not sleeping with no guy or killing a kid or this. Y'all can have this shit. Y'all can have it. Fuck it. I don't want it. That's why a rich man's chance of getting into heaven is what? Fitting a cattle through an eye of a needle. Because more than likely, you gotta sell out to them to become rich. Or bust your fucking ass, you know, at your company or some shit. But you ain't gonna be rich. You'll be wealthy maybe, but I don't know. It's tough. On to the next one, man. I don't know who's gonna win this motherfucker. But I do know this. If you got money to throw away, bet on the Packers next week. They should be underdogs, you would think. And I don't see them losing. Because they can't lose. If the NFL wants Brady and Rodgers to be in the Bucks can lose because other teams could just keep losing and then the Bucks will get in. But the Packers cannot lose. They're not going to lose to the Lions. We already know that. So they more than likely they're going to beat the Vikings next week. And that's going to be a money grab because they're going to be underdogs. You know? Shit, the NFL might be making the Packers look bad, so y'all will keep betting on the fucking other teams to beat them, and the Packers might fuck around and win the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers look awful happy. Like he knows some shit that we don't know. I don't know. But Andrew said Denver should win because of the sacrifices to the three people, so we're about to find out. Y'all have a good day.